Who are you? Canada PM Trudeau deny Harry's request for private security at 2025 Invictus Games. In a surprising move, Canadian authorities have flat-out rejected Prince Harry's request for personal security during the 2025 Invictus Games to be held in Vancouver and Whistler. This decision comes as a blow to the Duke of Sussex, who has been vocal about his security concerns ever since stepping down as a working royal in 2020. The Invictus Games, an international sporting event for wounded, injured, or sick service members and veterans, was founded by Prince Harry in 2014. As the driving force behind the Games, his attendance is expected, but his security is no longer a guarantee. The reason for Canada's rejection is threefold. Firstly, now that Harry is no longer a working royal, he is considered a private citizen and is responsible for his own security costs, rather than relying on taxpayer-funded protection. Secondly, granting Harry's request would set a concerning precedent, potentially leading to other high-profile figures demanding government-funded security for private visits. Thirdly, the Canadian government is wary of the political and financial backlash of using public funds for a non-official royal visit, especially with the country's own budgetary constraints. This leaves Prince Harry in a tricky position. His options include paying for private security, which would lack the same level of power and access as government-provided protection, or appealing the decision, though Canada has shown little willingness to reverse its stance. Alternatively, he could make a public statement to highlight the importance of security for public figures, but this risks being perceived as out of touch, given the economic struggles faced by many Canadian taxpayers. Beyond the immediate implications for the 2025 Invictus Games, this decision sets a broader precedent for future royal visits to Canada. It signals a shift away from the automatic royal treatment that was once the norm, with stricter security policies for ex-royals and a greater reliance on private security firms rather than government-funded protection. This situation serves as a stark reminder that titles do not always translate into privileges, and the days of automatic royal entitlement are over. The growing gap between Harry's royal status and his current reality as a private citizen has been further exposed, raising questions about the sustainability of the Sussex's independent public figure aspirations. The 2025 Invictus Games will proceed with or without Prince Harry's attendance, but his presence is deeply personal and brings global attention to the event. His potential absence could cast a shadow over the Games, making the security controversy the dominant narrative rather than the inspiring stories of the athletes. While Canada has rejected paying for Harry's personal security, there is a possibility of a compromise solution, where local police forces could provide event-wide security, ensuring some level of protection for the Duke while he is on the grounds of the Invictus Games venues. This decision by Canada could signal a broader shift in how former royals are treated on official visits, with governments potentially following suit and refusing to foot the security bill for non-working members of the royal family. This could create further challenges for Harry and Meghan as they navigate their post-royal lifestyle and brand. Ultimately, the Canadian authorities' rejection of Prince Harry's security request is a royal reality check, highlighting the consequences of stepping away from the royal family and the limitations of using one's royal title to demand special treatment. As Harry and Meghan continue to forge their independent path, they may find that the privileges they once took for granted are no longer a given, forcing them to adapt to a new set of realities.